Hi. I just wanted to put a little bit of a preamble at the beginning of this video. When I made this, it was much, like 2 or 3 days before anyone knew about the US election. As of filming it, Joe Biden has won. Well done, lads. I'm not American, and I'm aware that most of my audience is also not American. I'm very conscious of the fact that Donald Trump losing is a fantastic victory for all of us. Anyone on my side of the fence anyway, if you support Donald Trump or anything about him, fuck off. I don't want you here. Nobody here wants you here. There's the door, fuckhead. But I'm aware that this video can be a bit... It's quite heavy. And can be very doom and gloom coming off of a big victory. So I'm aware it might come off as if it might come off like I sound like I think the election results in America were a bad thing and not a good thing. So I'm very conscious of that, and I don't want to have that affiliated with me. I'm not even American, despite the slight twinge in my accent. I'm not American, I'm Irish. So, no. Before anyone asks, or anyone assumes that anything, fascists can eat dirt, as far as I'm concerned. And that isn't gonna change. But I think there is a definite, with this year specifically, a definite understanding that everything is going to hell in a handbasket, and I wanted to maybe emulate the feeling of being able to be comfortable about it. It's already in the description of this video, but if you haven't listened to Wasteland, Baby by Hozier, this is a video based pretty much entirely on that album. Look up what Hozier says about that album and you'll get what this video is more about. Yeah, I've wasted enough time already. Enjoy. So, that's it, huh? I can't really say that the city wasn't gonna burn. I don't think any of us are really that surprised. At least it looks nice, right? There's a weird comfort in it, you know? An inevitability, I guess. Sometimes it's okay to feel it like a fire. Stand close enough to feel the heat, but not enough to get burned. It can be healing. Well, I find it can be. You're free to disagree. Disagreeing, agreeing, it's overjuiced in the fire, isn't it? There's just burned and not burned. Much the city has made its mind up. Flip sides, shall we say. better than your color. You're free to choose if that's related to political parties or skin color. When the fire comes, it's burned and not burned. But were any of us surprised? I don't think so. I think we all knew. I knew. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. No judgment, no. No worrying about it now. It's done. But the fire is here. And based on the size of it, it's not going away for a while, so we just gotta try and fight it. Firefighters. Putting their lives on the line to stop this primal force of nature. That's us, isn't it? Humans trying to stop nature. You've got to admire us, right? But I can't see why. Fire has been the be-all and end-all since the beginning of time, since the beginning of humanity anyway, and of life on Earth, I guess, if you're counting the sun. Cooking, purification, the sun, and then the sunburn, the ozone layer, when it was around, when we had ice caps, fire and water. That's what it's left of. Where the old civilization's wrong. Comes down to fire, water, earth and wind, and here we are at the very top of the food chain. It depends on which society you're looking at, ancient-wise. Or even current, if there's any left. Pagans. Top of the pentagram has always been spirit, ether. That's us, isn't it, though? Humanity. The city's on fire, and all the coastlines have flooded. There's earthquakes all over the place, and tornadoes, too. And here we are, as stubborn as ever, refusing to go. What was the poem? Do not go gently into that dark night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Well, here we are, at the end, raging away, burning cities. It hardly matters now. Before we think about carbon emissions and global warming and all of that, some of us would. Not enough of us. We can feel the warmth now. in the end. That's all we have. That's all we have now, anyway. We're beyond fixing. That city's never gonna unburn. The ghosts aren't gonna ever unflood. It's not even like this is particularly impressive. It's not like dying has ever been a mystery to us. What happens after, for sure, but dying is the most natural thing we can do. Even more than taxes. Back when taxes were a thing. None of us made this out alive. None of us are going to. Without a city burning, without everything that happened when it all ended. Even if it didn't end, everything does. Eventually. If it wasn't the end of the world, you might have had more time. Maybe you wouldn't have. Did you enjoy yourself? And if not, why? What were you waiting for? I remember back a long time. Back when cities weren't burning and we could watch movies. I loved Shaun of the Dead by Edgar Wright. Great movie. I'll never watch it, but trust me, it was good. One of the lines, Shaun, the main character, he's got nothing, does nothing, do nothing, wants nothing. Aimless, a zombie. It was a zombie movie. And in one of the scenes, one of the characters asks him, what do you, you're 30 or 40 or whatever. Shook me. He just looks him dead in the eye and goes, when? That declaration. You want to meet people, you want to do things. When? When are you going to do that? I mean, there's only so much we can do now, right? Watch a city burn together. When? You can ask yourself that question forever. When am I going to do this? When am I going to do that? When am I going to find the time? When am I going to have the money? Money. What a silly thing to end the world over. But the question always remains, when? When are you going to do the things you wanted to do? People wasted so much time waiting for this magical day where it was going to be the right time, the right place. On times where there's so much uncertainty, so much lack of a structure. When days fled into weeks, fled into months, and a year went away. What were we waiting for? What could we have been waiting for? What was coming? We couldn't have known, but I didn't do anything. Nothing of note. I didn't Just time. Time enough to wonder, but not time enough to fix. Trapped on the train, knowing the track's running out. I was a chemist before it all ended. Silly dreams of making the world a better place. If I could do this one thing, the world would be better. I wasn't wrong, right? Like, if I did something, it would have made the world better. If in this world, in this universe, I had made anything better, the world would have been better, right? It's observable. But the ego to think I could. I can't now anyway. That's for sure. Just watching a city burn because that's all that's left, isn't there? Burning cities. Smoke. I don't really regret any of it, do you? Not really. There's an acceptance that comes with the flame. A finality to it all. What's done is done now. We're way too far in to fix it. I don't regret any of it. I did what I did. I tried to help. I helped some. I fucked some things up. Majorly. But if I went back in time, I wouldn't have done something different. At least I'll have that, right? Come the very end, I'll know that I did everything I could to stop it. It's a dull bittersweetness. Too late to worry about it now, right? That city's gonna continue to burn. At least the sun hasn't given out on us yet. We've still got that. It's hot, but at least it's there. I'm from Ireland. In case you couldn't tell. But we used to complain, Irish people, about how much it rained. It rained so much. It was like 2/3 of the year it was raining. Imagine that. 2/3 of the year rain. Very wet and very miserable. There's no room for convertible sports cars in a country that rains 2/3 of the time. What a thing to complain about, right? Sports cars. Convertible sports cars. And rain. What a thing to complain about not having. I don't know what I'd give to see the rain again. never find out anything about science again. Not us anyway, not humans. Not currently anyway. With the world ending. One of the last mysteries. What happens when you die? I guess I'm gonna figure it out soon. We all are, eventually. Apocalypse wasn't gonna change that. Might have brought it a little closer, but the end of it all. Oh well. At least the city is nice and warm for us now. Finally welcoming. So let's sit here for a bit and just enjoy the flame. And let's tell some stories. And let's make the end of it all. Maybe the very end we can make it fun. It's worth a shot, right?